GPS has become indispensable both for military operations and everyday American life. But our reliance on it makes us vulnerable to adversaries that have devised ways to jam or intercept the satellite signals GPS relies on. Now, fascinating new technology is providing a possible solution. Lisa Fletcher reports.
Armed drones have become one of Ukraine's most powerful tools against Russia, allowing strikes far beyond the front lines. That reach has reshaped Ukraine's three-year war with Russia. Last June, a massive drone attack struck deep into Russian territory, targeting 5 air bases and destroying billions of dollars in Russian aircraft. But lately, some of those Ukrainian weapons have been missing their Russian targets because modern warfare depends on something most of us rely on every day: GPS. American-made missiles called Joint Direct Attack Munitions, or JDAMs, ordinary bombs guided by GPS, have repeatedly failed in the field, disrupted by Russian electronic warfare. If GPS tells a drone, missile, or aircraft it's in the wrong place, even by a little, the mission can fail. Russian forces have become increasingly skilled at disrupting GPS, either by jamming it, overwhelming the signal, or spoofing it by feeding receivers false location data.
This is one of the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory's quantum technology labs.
That threat is now driving a race to build something new: quantum navigation, a way to know where you are without relying on satellites at all.
In the case of quantum navigation, it should be able to provide navigation even in cases when GPS is not available.
Adam Black is a senior physicist at the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C. Full Measure got a rare interview inside, where scientists are working on next-generation navigation.
How do you explain that easily to a layperson?
Quantum navigation basically makes use of quantum sensors, which are a category of sensors that measure different things like the gravitational field of the Earth or the magnetic field of the Earth. And the idea behind quantum navigation is to combine some of these sensing types together to provide good information about where you are, particularly during the scenarios when maybe GPS is not available to you.
Here's how it works. Think of GPS as asking satellites where you are. Quantum navigation works differently. Instead of listening for signals from space, it measures the world around you. Tiny changes in gravity, subtle shifts in the Earth's magnetic field, your movement and rotation through space. Those measurements act like a fingerprint of a location because they're based on physics, not radio signals. They can't be jammed or spoofed in the same way GPS can.
How can GPS be misled or disrupted?
The way GPS works is via a radio broadcast from satellites. A different broadcast on the same frequency but with higher power could sort of overwhelm your GPS receiver's ability to receive the signal and make use of it. Or even if someone wanted to intentionally fool you as to where you were, they could send out sort of a counterfeit GPS signal and your receiver would report an inaccurate position.
Here's why this work matters to everyday life. GPS doesn't just guide weapons. It guides your phone, planes, ships, emergency responders, and financial networks.
I've got to imagine our adversaries are working as furiously on their versions of this. Is there some place where you feel like we have a leg up?
The U.S. is actually doing very well on this. The engineering, the technology maturation, and our ability to transition these systems from the lab out to fielded deployed systems. So I feel good about it.
While the military is clearly the biggest driver, this technology could eventually affect commercial aviation, shipping, healthcare, and resource exploration. And as it gets smaller and cheaper, researchers believe versions of it could one day fit into everyday devices, meaning even if GPS fails or is fooled, navigation wouldn't stop. In Washington, D.C., I'm Lisa Fletcher.